What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with my review of the Teclast T30 Android tablet. So let's get started. So this is the Teclast T30. Now, I'd like to thank Teclast for being kind enough to send the tablet out to me to review here on the channel. Now, all opinions are my own, but I do appreciate them sending it out to me because I've actually never heard of this company prior to getting this product, and I've had a really good experience with it so far. So I'm really excited to show you everything that there is to know about it so that you can decide if it's a good choice for you. Now, before we take a closer look at the actual tablet itself, let's take a look and see what all we get in the box. So here is the box that the tablet does come in. You can see with the Teclast logo right there, but other than that, not too much. Getting deeper into the box, we have a user manual, so quite a bit of information here in a variety of different languages. And we also have another little box in here. We have a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. So yes, this tablet is USB-C, which is fantastic. We have a SIM card removal tool, and we have a USB wall adapter. So all the essentials to get started. So at the moment, you can pick up this tablet for $259.99. Now I'm sure as time goes on, prices will change, so definitely take a look at the link in the video description to see the most up-to-date pricing. And I'm sure you'll agree with me by the time this review is over, but I feel like this tablet is very fairly priced considering everything that we are getting here. Now, another cool feature about this tablet is that not only does it work with Wi-Fi, but it also features a SIM card slot, and you can put a SIM card in the tablet so that you can get mobile data on it. So I know that if you wanted to get that feature with an iPad, for example, you'd be paying quite a premium. And nowadays, with so many people using hotspots from their smartphones, I'm not really sure how useful it really is to have a SIM card in your tablet. But if you are one of those people that wants that feature, then it is here for you, and that's something that you can't really find nowadays too often with too many other Android tablets. Now, the display on here is 1080p. The actual resolution is 1920 by 1200, so actually a little bit better than 1080p even, and we're getting a PPI of 214. Now, the brightness is turned up to the maximum level right here, and it's not the brightest display ever, but it's certainly not dim. I would say that for the price of the tablet, it is certainly bright enough, and I really like how crisp and clear everything looks on the display itself. So if you're going to be watching movies, you can watch them in the native 1080p resolution, so that'll look really good. And overall, this big, nice looking display makes the Teclast T30 an excellent choice for content consumption. Now, we have very thin bezels overall around the front, and of course the display is very large at 10.1 inches. We are getting a 5 megapixel front-facing camera on the left side here. So you can use the tablet either in portrait mode or you can use it in a landscape format like this. It's really up to your personal preference. There's no right or wrong way to use it. Obviously, if you're watching movies, you probably want to tilt it into landscape, but I like how clean and simple the overall design is on the front. Now internally, we're getting 64 gigabytes of storage, and we also get microSD card expansion. So you can put a microSD card in the tablet and dramatically expand the storage capacity. Now, there is no wireless charging with this tablet, as you'd imagine. There's also no fingerprint sensor or anything like that. Now, I personally set up a PIN code. That's definitely an option if you want security on your tablet, or you could just go without a password or anything like that. It's really up to you. Now, on the back side of the tablet, we do have an 8 megapixel rear camera. And overall, the front and rear cameras are nothing special. And I would really just recommend using those just for video calls. I certainly wouldn't take this tablet on vacation or something with the idea that you'd use it as your primary camera. Now internally, we're getting 4 gigabytes of RAM and we're getting the MediaTek Helio P70 processor. And this is really where the Teclast T30 shines. The fact that we're getting a Helio P70 in this tablet for the price that's being offered at is really an incredible deal. Because that actually is a very solid processor. You're going to be getting very decent performance with it. And I did run a benchmark test with the tablet, and I'll show you the score right now. But basically, I got an overall score of 170726. So that's a much better score than pretty much any other lower-end Android tablet that you could buy right now, especially compared to the various Amazon tablets. The performance that you're going to be getting with this tablet is dramatically better. there's really no comparison. And of course, it's really nice too that you are getting 4 gigs of RAM, which is pretty impressive as well. Now, the device also features a very beefy battery at 8,000 milliamp hours, which is nice to see as well. The software on here is Android 9 Pie, so I wish it was Android 10, but to be honest, the experience here gets the job done. It's not like there's really any extra Android 10 features that you'd really want anyway, and you're going to have no issues playing content from all of the very popular video streaming apps and music apps like Spotify. And if you want to go on Instagram on here, that's not a problem either. Performance is very good as well. You can easily scroll through your feed. You can also swipe over, of course, and begin recording videos, taking selfies, doing different things like that. And that's not a problem either. So let's turn up the volume here. Yeah, so pretty good speaker on here, pretty good microphone as well. We'll talk about the speaker though in a second when I play some video content. But like I said, the cameras get the job done, but it's not like you're really going to be using them to take any sort of sophisticated, good-looking photos, that's for sure. Now, overall, I'm very impressed with the materials that this tablet is built out of. So I already talked, of course, about the front panel here, but I really like the design. I like how the bezels are pretty small, but at the same time, they're big enough that it gives you a space to grab onto the tablet. But another cool thing is that we are getting metal around some parts of the tablet, including the back. So this is all metal. Now, it's not necessarily the highest quality build ever. I mean, definitely an iPad does feel a lot more solid, but this is a less expensive option. And you have to remember too that we are getting cellular connectivity with this device, which that also costs a premium to include. But taking a look at the left side here of the tablet, we have the dual speakers, noise canceling microphone, and the power button. Then on the other side, we have these prongs here to connect to a keyboard. So Techlast does actually sell a add-on keyboard that you can connect to the tablet for an extra $40. Now, I did not get that keyboard, unfortunately, but it looks like a really nice accessory to go with the tablet. So you might want to consider going for that. That will also provide the display with extra protection as well. So it kind of seems like a no-brainer, but it is cool that they do have these pins here so that you can easily connect to the keyboard. Then on the other side, there's nothing. And then on the reverse side, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. We have the microphone. We have the slot for the micro SD card and SIM card. We have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. We have a reset button, which is kind of strange. And we have the volume buttons. 71. And if these scores are better than your current device, then there's definitely a good chance that the Galaxy A71 will be a performance upgrade. So this is definitely a great choice for watching video content. Whether you plug headphones into this, or you end up just listening to audio through the speakers, I think you're going to be very satisfied in general with how everything works. Videos look super crisp and clear on here, so that's definitely very awesome. And really, for a tablet in this price range, I feel like this does over-deliver in both speaker quality and video quality. So if you are someone that wants a tablet to use, maybe on the airplane, for example, and you want to load up a bunch of different movies, then this is definitely a good option for you. The tablet is also great for browsing the web. So thanks to that Helio P70 processor, you're going to have decent performance when browsing the web, going on web pages and stuff. I mean, of course, it's not going to be necessarily the smoothest operation ever, but this is also not an iPad Pro. I mean, you're going to be saving hundreds of dollars. So there are bound to be some compromises, but you can see here that everything is totally fine. Since the display is so large, you can pull up articles and see all kinds of text here, and everything looks super crisp and clear and great looking. So it's definitely a really solid media consumption device. So who is this tablet good for? I would say that if you're someone that wants a tablet to watch movies or play any sort of videos, or you want a tablet to read books off of or listen to music, basically any sort of content consumption, this tablet is a good option. Also, since it does feature the Helio P70, most mobile games will work on here. Now, Fortnite will not work on here because Fortnite requires particular Qualcomm processors, but PUBG Mobile, that will work. Call of Duty Mobile, those games will be fine. So you can do gaming on here too. And technically, if you buy that keyboard attachment, you could use this tablet to write documents and do things like that as well. So I feel like this tablet is a good choice for someone who maybe doesn't know how often they're going to be using their tablet, so they don't want to invest too much money up front. But if you end up getting this and you prove to yourself that you're using it all the time and you're getting your money's worth, then maybe in the future you might want to consider upgrading to something even more premium, such as an iPad. Or if you get this and it suits your needs completely fine, then just keep using this. So basically, in conclusion, there's really nothing about the Teclast T30 that I don't like. I like that we're getting cellular connectivity for the price that it's being offered at. That's personally not a feature that I really find to be helpful because I'm a big fan of just doing a hotspot from my phone instead. But it is there for you, so if you did want to get a tablet plan from a carrier, you can put your SIM card in here and get data. And this really is a step up from most other lower-end Android tablets that I've seen. So I feel like it's priced very fairly considering that we are getting 4 gigs of RAM and the MediaTek Helio P70. If those various features were in a smartphone, that smartphone would be costing about this price as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be helpful. Hopefully this helped you decide whether or not this tablet is a good fit for you, but I think you'll be very happy with it in general. But if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Kevin. This is the Teclast T30, and I will see you in the next video.